full checkerboard environment. Not just the end zones that are checkered, but we've been set up with a full checkerboard going throughout this stadium. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another SEC rival, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tennessee's offense will go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Runs through the tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense, you watch the tape, and the coach is like, is the running back falling forward? If he's falling forward, we're not doing our job. There was no falling forward on that one.
Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Lemon. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23. The balls are moving quickly down the field. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll run it from the gun. Quick step and go. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bob!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Got the first down and more.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
With the catch, it's Page. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Page. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play, and now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Back's got it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Grab near the sticks. It's Lemon. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get line.
It's picked off, and they ruin continuing the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Allen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side, present a nice target for the quarterback.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle of this third possession. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It sucks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Lemon. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Turning it on! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Vols in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over San Diego State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulled down for the tackle.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Looking to scramble. That's caught. It's Allen. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room here thanks to this senior defender.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's got it on the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass. Fires to the wide out. On target to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this.
There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his big tight end. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Got his man quickly. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Off the play fake. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's 1st down time in Tennessee.
1st down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Lemon. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll do it himself. Sliding for the goal line, and the ball's out. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going back. Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, David, is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Release to the back. It's complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move, stopped for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that bet. Good coverage.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Finds his tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point splits the uprightness. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They've got the play bottle up. Fumble, it's out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Takes it the other way. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Off play action on first down. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tennessee. They move on top here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one from you.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got a man. It's Allen. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Handoff from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Lemon. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Vols inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Off and running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Vols.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be